All right, so you want to know about HBC, right?
Let's dive in.
You send over their capability profile website, the whole nine yards,
Yeah.
because you're trying to figure out if they're the real deal.
If they live up to the hype.
Exactly. And I gotta say, looking at this list of services, it's extensive.
It really is.
They've got everything from executive coaching to diversity programs to even like financial literacy training for employees.
Wow.
It's like they want to be the one-stop shop for making your organization hum.
It's not just traditional HR stuff.
Right.
It's about that top to bottom organizational effectiveness they're going for, aligning people's strategy results.
Yeah. And speaking of results, the first thing I noticed was how much they emphasize measurable results.
Oh, absolutely.
They're not just throwing out buzzwords. They've got client success stories. They've worked with over 100 organizations.
It's impressive.
They're saying, look, we don't just talk the talk, we walk the walk.
And I think what's so interesting about that is it speaks to them not just checking boxes, but actually like getting at the root of performance issues. And the way they emphasize adult learning coaching, sustainable change.
Yeah.
It's not about that quick fix. It's about making it stick.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how many times have you sat through one of those one-off workshops that just fizzles out after a week?
Oh my gosh, all the time. It's like a sugar rush. Like
Yeah.
you get this initial excitement and then poof, nothing.
Gone. It's like it never happened.
Exactly.
And HBC seems to get that. They have this, what they call a three-pronged approach of consulting, training, and de-coaching. And it makes you wonder if that's their secret sauce.
So break that down for me. What's the difference between those three things and why should our listener care?
Okay, so imagine this. Consulting is like getting the blueprint, figuring out what needs to change.
Okay.
Training is you're giving your team the tools and the knowledge to actually DO the thing. But coaching, that's where the magic happens. Imagine you've got this team where everyone is brilliant, but they're so busy competing with each other, they never actually collaborate.
Oof. Yeah, I've been on a team like that. It's not fun.
No, it's not. And HBC recognizes that these dynamics can truly make or break a team.
Yeah.
So they use retreats, but not in that kind of, kumbaya, trust fall kind of way.
Right.
They see them as opportunities to dig into these team complexes and create a more cohesive unit.
So how do they actually do that? What's their secret sauce for untangling all these complexes?
Well, one technique they might use is called structured dialogue. And it's all about creating that safe space for people to voice their perspectives.
Right.
Even the unpopular ones.
Yeah.
And to actually listen to each other without getting defensive.
Oh, that's huge.
It is. And they also focus on identifying the unspoken rules that might be holding a team back.
It's like they're not just putting on a Band-Aid, right? They're actually getting into like the DNA of how the team functions.
Yes, spot on. And it goes beyond just fixing what's broken, too.
And they don't just stop at recruitment either, right?
No, they don't.
They've got team coaching, mentoring programs, even employee assistance for things like wellness. It's like they're looking at the whole employee, not just their output.
Absolutely. And that holistic approach is becoming more and more essential.
Yeah.
I mean, employees aren't robots, right?
Right.
They have lives, families, stresses outside of work. And supporting their well-being ultimately benefits the company as a whole.
It's like that old saying, happy employees make for a happy company. Let's be real. Are these services actually worth the investment for a company?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? HBC is not about those cheap Band-Aid solutions we talked about.
Right.
It's about that long-term ROI.
Well,
Think about it. How much does it cost a company to constantly be replacing employees because they have a toxic workplace?
yeah.
Or how much productivity are you losing from a burnt-out team that's just going through the motions?
So you're saying it's not just about the sticker shock of those initial costs. It's about the potential savings down the line.
Exactly.
Imagine if, on top of everything else, they helped organizations actually implement employee ownership models.
Wow.
Talk about putting your money where your mouth is.
It would be huge. Not just for employee engagement, but for attracting and keeping top talent.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, in this job market, offering someone a piece of the pie, that's a game changer.
And it all ties back to their thing about measurable results, right?
Exactly. Absolutely. And I think for us, it's a good reminder that the future of work is always changing.
Always.
What might seem radical today could be totally normal tomorrow.
Well, there you have it. A deep dive into the world of HBC.
That's right.
We've explored their services, their whole philosophy, even uncovered some interesting questions about the future of work.
Hopefully you're feeling a little more informed and maybe even inspired to shake things up a bit in your own organization.